Hi besties, as you can see by the title, this video will focus on K-pop opinions that are kinda harsh and you might not wanna hear. These are all opinions I really wanted to get off my chest. I repeat, these are just opinions, not facts, so feel free to disagree in the comment section and tell me your thoughts. But now enough with the talking, let's get on with the video. Chaeyeon's solo debut was underwhelming. Let me start off by saying that her music is so good. Out of the post-I's One soloists, she definitely has my favorite discography so far. But my problem is the choreo for the title track. It's extremely underwhelming. There were some parts here and there that were quite interesting, but everything else was pretty boring to watch. It's infuriating me because Chaeyeon is one of the absolute best 4th-gen female dancers, but this doesn't show in this choreo. If I didn't know how talented she was and I saw her solo stage for the first time, I would have never thought of her as someone with such great dancing skills. And then I have to say her facial expressions aren't that good either. If you have such a basic choreo, I would expect facial expressions to be carrying the performance. But in her case they don't. Chaeyeon has never been outstanding in terms of facial expressions, so the company should have given her a much more hard-hitting choreo because that's what makes her shine. I think they watered down the choreo and created something perfect for TikTok, but definitely not something that could showcase just how phenomenal she is as a dancer. Another thing that bothered me is how the title track had so many instrumental parts. Like, okay, give me instrumentals, but at least make her sing more. She's such a good vocalist, but she wasn't given the chance to show it. She's also a decent rapper, but she got no chance to show this either. She has always been known as an all-rounder, and it would have been nice if she could showcase herself as an all-rounder with this debut. But everything was pretty underwhelming and I feel like the company is holding her back. Y'all are such snowflakes and can't take any negative opinion on songs. If somebody says they disliked a song, why the hell is it that so many people get so triggered by that comment? As long as the person was respectful, there's really no problem if they say they thought the song was bad. For fuck's sake, it's their personal taste. I personally wouldn't give a damn if people said they hated a song that I love, or if they said they think a song by my alts was terrible. Like, who cares? As long as they're not being assholes, then it's fine. Y'all for real cannot take an opinion and always act like snowflakes, getting triggered for everything even if it's not offensive at all. I'm sorry, but please grow up and learn how to take a respectful opinion. There's nothing inherently wrong with copying popular groups and trends. Okay, I want to make a disclaimer first. When I say copying, I don't mean literally stealing ideas and literally copying everything. What I mean is taking inspiration and following another group's trend. I don't think this is a problem at all. If there's a group that's doing a trend and they are super popular and successful, I think it's kind of normal for other companies to try and give a similar concept to their groups, hoping for them to be just as successful. Like, for example, New Jeans debuted with a 90s-inspired Y2K style, and they got a lot of attention because of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the future some other companies debuted a girl group with a similar style. And I don't think it would be a problem as long as this other group is making this style their own and not just blatantly copying everything. I mean, trends are also meant to be followed after all. You're either a trendsetter, or you can follow a successful trend in order to become more successful yourself. And that's okay, obviously, as long as you're not stealing from others. But if you're just getting some inspiration, I think there's no problem. It makes sense for some stans to judge songs based on streams, views, and charting. We can all agree that judging music based on how well it's doing on the charts is stupid. We should be judging music based on our personal taste. But I understand why some people think that popular equals good. Saying a song is bad or good is all about your personal preference. While on the other hand, streams, views, and numbers are tangible factors, and people will often trust these tangible facts and take them as proof of a song being good. And like I said, this is not the way music should be judged, but as human beings we are often influenced by what other people think. And if we see that a song is super popular and everybody loves it, we might start forcing ourselves to like it too just because everyone does. And when it comes to a song that flopped badly, we might not even want to check it out because you can be like, well, if this song is making no noise and nobody talks about it, then it must mean it's bad. This is obviously not true, but let me make an example. Let's say you want to eat out at a restaurant and you're choosing which restaurant to go to. I'm sure most of you will probably choose the restaurant that has the most reviews and the one that is more talked about instead of another one that you find very little information about. Obviously, the only real way to find the perfect restaurant for you would be trying both of them and judge for yourself after eating in both places. But a lot of people will just gravitate towards more popular things because they believe that there must be a reason those things are popular, and therefore it means they're good. This is the same for K-pop songs. Popularity doesn't mean a song is better, but I can definitely understand why some people might think that. You all have a really weird way of judging friendships. I can't believe some K-pop stans spend their time over analyzing idols' friendships and they feel so entitled to judge whether idols are close enough, or they are more like colleagues. I'm sorry, But what if people started judging your group of friends like that? I'm sure you will find it ridiculous seeing people that don't know you trying to speak on your friendships. And it's just as ridiculous when K-pop stans do it with idols. Some of you think that in order to be real friends, idols have to always be chaotic, tease each other, be loud and things like that. But there are many different types of friendships. Some friends might be more quiet around one another, but this doesn't mean they're not close. Another thing I've seen stans doing is basically call some friendships fake, just because maybe a member didn't post about that one time they went out with another member, or maybe they didn't publicly post a happy birthday message for their group mate, and so people think they're not real friends, when maybe the idols have spent the whole day together without posting anything online and you just don't know, so you assume they're not interacting and are not close. Like, this is such a weird way to analyze relationships, and this just goes to show that K-pop stans need to go out and touch some grass. Well, okay, this was it. These opinions were a bit harsh and straightforward, and maybe you didn't want to hear them, but they really needed to be said. Obviously you're free to disagree. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you again for watching till the end. Bye guys.